I would like to know. I would like to know whose idea it was to drop week 2 of Rite of the Nine, the free dungeon activity in Destiny available to all players, and do a repeat of the first dungeon and have it just be another week of the same shit. I would like someone on Twitter who works at Bungie to pop in and just, hey, here's what we were thinking. Here's what we were thinking. And this is why. Because for me, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't really get it. Okay. Rite of the Nine. New quests available. Continue your conquest of Spire of the Watcher dungeon again for a second week. Quests are now available for Dungeon Exotic and a hollow foil version of Liminal Vigil. All right, so now what they're doing is they're giving everyone an opportunity to get the Dungeon Exotic or a Dungeon Exotic. Which I don't fully understand. I don't quite. I guess this is my thing. What do we have to lose by just putting up all of the dungeons right now? Or better yet, why not just put up because what I thought it was going to be was Spire of the Watcher week 1, we'll say Ghost of the Deep week 2, Prophecy week 3, and you add one, and then you've got fucking 5, 6, 9 weeks, whatever it is, to do all the dungeons, to get them done. The other thing is, why not just add them all? Why not just put them all in the game at the exact same time? I'm at a loss as to the thought process. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand what the thought process is. I don't know. Dion, what's up? Thank you for stopping in. Dizzy, what's up? Okay. Dizzy, let's talk about this. They came out and they said, we're going to do Rite of the Nine dungeon activities, where there's going to be 3 dungeons. And I don't have it on me. Should have had it queued up. But my understanding was that it was going to be every week you get a brand new dungeon. And it is not that. It is you get one dungeon for 3 weeks, and then you get a second dungeon for 3 weeks, and then you get a third dungeon for 3 weeks. So again, time gating the activities when there's no real reason to time gate the activities. Like, I'm not really fully understanding what the thought process is behind that. So we get Spire of the Watcher now this week and next week. Still cannot access any other dungeons to my knowledge. Yeah. But I will say this. There is a quest. Yeah, it makes no sense. There is a quest. What is this? To get... You're going to like this. You're going to fucking like this. There's a quest to get a dungeon exotic. Speak with the emissary in eternity. Potential reward exotic selection. So I will say, I guess, good way for people. Yeah, still just Spire. No other dungeons. Good way for people to be able to get the dungeon exotics if they don't have them, I guess. But I sort of feel like, and I saw something on Twitter about this, which, you know, I get it. Sort of a weird way to just give out, because you can get it on any difficulty. So sort of like a weird way to just give out the dungeon exotics, you know? Ooh, a cutscene. Summons and herd, why limit yourselves to such trodden paths? Allow us to uplift. And that's it. That is it. Okay. Let's talk to the emissary.
I deal in judgment.
The emissary's implacable gaze seems to bore a hole through you. She beckons you closer. The Nine wish to see your strength demonstrated. Where, how, on whom, it matters not. Make known your worth. Complete any Rite of the Nine dungeon in any mode to getting exotic.
Such a fleeting thing.
And there's an opportunity to get the Liminal Vigil. All right, Dizzy. To get Liminal Vigil hollow foil.
Yours.
An
object of power.
What is the title, by the way? Eternal. All of the Into the Dungeon quests. Complete all 9 Elegant Arsenal quests. Earn gold scores for each encounter in the Spiral of the Watcher dungeon on Eternity mode. Earn gold scores for each encounter in the Spiral of the Watcher dungeon on Ultimatum mode. So that's going to be these. Okay. Okay. All right, cool. Let's jump into this. The question is now, do we want to try to do it on just regular, or do we want to attempt ultimatum? That's the question. The other problem right now is that I'm going in LFG. I got no buddies online. And I don't like it. All my buddies are working today. Maybe we get a quick run on the normal before we jump into ultimatum, and we see how that shakes out. All right, we are calling all guardians. We want to. We need experience. That's all I got. That's all I got right now. Let's do application required. Let's do mic not required. Great. All right, let's see what we get here. Again, I just feel like Oh, we're getting people. We're getting people. I just feel like what a missed opportunity for them. As a whole, I sort of feel like this is a missed this whole thing, this Rite of the Nine is kind of a missed opportunity. I sort of feel like they oh, what do we got? What do we got? We gotta take the 2038. All right, let's get everyone going here. Dizzy, I think that if you watch this, you're not even in here, but I believe if you watch this on Twitch, for an hour, you'll get a drop. You'll get an emblem drop or something. I'm not totally sure, but yeah, I think that this was a huge missed opportunity as far as just this whole Rite of the Nine thing, man. I was super excited about this. I thought, you know, what a cool way to go into these dungeons and, you know, get it going and do the whole bit. And ultimately, what I sort of feel like is that
an old acquaintance among the hidden tells me that
they kind of dropped the ball. It's an activity now that I feel like look, it is awesome for new players. For players who have never gone in and never done the dungeons, I think it's incredible. I think for people who ran the dungeons any amount of times, this is a wasted opportunity because they've done it. They've done it. They know the dungeons. They have no need to go in and run them back for loot that is, the guns are marginally better rolls than what they were originally. Not to mention that the three of these dungeons don't really even have that great of guns. I think Prophecy is the only one that is like that people actually legitimately care about right now, is getting some guns from that. I think for the most part, you know, I think a lot of the you know, there's nothing in this that I'm excited about. I have heard people talking about Liminal Vigil being good now-ish, but again, you know, Ghost of the Deep, maybe no survivors, maybe the submachine gun is you know, get a good roll of it, but I have a good roll of it. So it becomes a thing where it's like, is it really worth grinding for that again? You know? I think it's cool that they're giving these exotics away, but also, does it take a little bit away from the exotics? Does it make that not so special? You know? Oh, and we've got the moving bullshit. God damn. All right, you guys ready? All right, got some milk. Oh, let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Ooh, am I going to be able to do this? Am I going to be able to get all the way to the end here? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Oh, it's right there. Fucking. I'm telling you right now, boys, if nobody is gonna help, guys. What's going on with my team here? What's going on? Okay. Easy peasy. Easy peasy, boys. Let's go. Let's go, boys.
It is unusual to see so divisive Vex outside the Black Garden. Their
Terminus
fanatical
Horizon.
sect of programming devoted to the darkness, or rather the witness.
Jesus.
The Ishtar Collective in a Seraph complex. Peculiar. They were rivals in the Golden Age. This wasn't just a pillory site, it was a joint research facility, focused on extrasolar colonization efforts. The Soul Divisive have been scouring research logs. They were looking for something more than to imprison Rasputin's subminds.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, again, you know, I'll say this again. I'll say this another time, but I feel like they really dropped the ball on what Rite of the Nine could have been in terms of kind of like a dungeon pantheon, and turned it into sort of like here's a time-gated redo the same, oh no, redo the same stuff over and over and over and over and over and over again. Which, I mean, I guess is the game, but doesn't make me happy that, you know, again, to me, there's no real reason as to not launch all the dungeons on day one. Also, no reason for me to have to keep moving. Oh my god, did he just push me off? Oh my god.
Guardian down.
Oh no! Oh! Oh, that is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate right there. Guys, let's talk about the keep moving thing here. I think that we need to loosen up the parameters on it a little bit. So I'll tell you, if I'm moving a little bit, if my little toes are carrying me a couple more inches, I want it to count. Don't mind if I do step on the little platform right there. Dude, where's our buddy? Oh, he's behind. Okay. All right. Okay, we're okay. Oh my god, my nose is itching. Okay. All right, we're moving. We're moving and grooving. Moving and grooving here, everyone.
Information stored here, but could it be linked to my visions? Why else would the witness be interested in these files?
Oh, okay. All right. Oh my god, I'm just picking my nose. Picking my nose over here. God, we are moving. We are moving. Oh my god, there is something going on with my nose right now. Okay, I'll go this way. Now we got this guy. Fantastic. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Everyone's looking good. Everyone's strong. We're looking fantastic. Fantastic and strong. Alright, I'm gonna go back around this way. Okay. Yo, dude is going for it. All right, let's go, Zippo. That's the wrong one. It's on the other side. Don't mind me, boys. I'm coming. I'm coming. Am I fucking tripping? Oh, it's right here. How many times did I walk past that? How many times did I walk past that right there? No, not that one either. It's that one. That one. Then that one. Now it's gonna be up top. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Professional fucking guardians over here. Well done. Well-oiled machine.
Mine remains in this terminal like an open door. It's using the tower's arrays to connect with installations across Seoul. This must be in preparation to imprison the submines. Breaking their connection could end this threat.
Hold on, boys. Need to pull a weapon here. Dude. Oh no. Oh my god. He is a big, dumb idiot. Thank you. All right. I'm ready if you guys are. Let's go. Let's go, baby. All right. We got diamond in 3 squares. All right, boys, have at it. Square it up. I'm fucking moving. I'm moving. All right, boys. Oh my god, I am missing every shot of this. Dude, where is he going? Damn, dude, that was horrible. All right, square, triangle, square, triangle. What just happened? There we go. There we go. Okay, square, triangle. He's doing a triangle, so this is going to be a square that we're going to do next. Get this all ready. Okay. Should be good to finish. We got everybody? Yes, we do. Oh my god, dude. What is... Better. That was better. All right. Triangle, square, triangle, square. Okay. All right, first triangle's done. Square it up, baby. He's going for a square, so I'll get this triangle going here. Fantastic. All right, and we should be safe to finish on square now. Which I can do, not a problem. All right, we should be good, boys. Oh my god, I can't see shit. Let's go. Let's go. Easy three-phase. Easy three-phase, boys.
Foe breaks, and so does their hold over the security systems. Perhaps now we can... No! They're driving the reactor core to a meltdown. It's going prompt critical. Those power surges were intentional. Get to the reactor, lest we lose everything.
Oh my god, everybody, just calm down. Just calm down. "100% I thought I was lost. 100% I thought I was lost right there." Oh, we're falling. All right, you guys want to see me struggle? This is where I struggle. This is where I struggle. Okay. All right. Not bad. Not bad. No. Yep. That's where it is. That's where it is.
Guardian, what we've seen here proves my visions have merit. We must secure the
Is it
complex and
Amelie?
convince Ikora.
Amelie?
Trust
Amelie?
us.
Thanks for
It's a
tuning in.
real thing.
Doing good.
As much as our mission, if this can restore her faith in me, I need this.
Guardian down.
Hey, dude is down here just crushing while we were hanging out on the fan blades upstairs. Okay. Day has been good so far. We're just doing a little, we're doing some Destiny. Doing some Destiny on stream right now. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my god. Destiny is one of my favorite games. I've been playing since 2017, probably like 3,500 hours-ish on it. Worked out okay. Yeah, one of my kind of all-time favorite games. We are doing some Rite of the Nine, Spire of the Watcher dungeon activity. Yeah, we're enjoying it. I've ran this dungeon a bunch, but yeah, it's fun. Good times. Yeah, graphics are good. You know, I think that the game is starting to feel a little dated. But I mean, it's still, I feel like the gunplay in Destiny is still the best. I don't know if there's better gunplay in any shooter, in any first-person shooter. Oh, let's go, boys. Easy. Easy. Stream's going good. Having fun.
A Vex mine directs power to the reactor. Kill it, and the complex should stabilize.
Gonna go ahead and take my secret chest right here. And now we are gonna get out of here. Oh, thank you. I definitely appreciate the follow. I'm on YouTube as well. I appreciate you coming in and hanging out and chatting a little bit. I appreciate the follow. Do that. And let's throw triple solar on. Guys, we gotta chill with the keep moving. Do I usually stream? I am kind of a new streamer. So, yeah. Just kind of getting into the swing of everything, to be completely honest with you. Haven't streamed a ton, but I've got a bunch of stuff up on YouTube. God. But I enjoy it. I mean, I'm kind of like, with certain games and certain things, if I'm going to be playing, I just am kind of like, I don't know, might as well stream. No! Fuck. All right, we got it. So triangle and then square. All right, so triangle is here. Just lay this little fella down here. I just need everyone to just kind of just chill for a second. Just get off me. I'm gonna hold down the room. I am from Southern California. Dion, I appreciate you always coming in. Do we got Garrett? We got Garrett in the house? Where's Garrett at? No. All right, let's get out of this room, boys. Dion, you should tell Garrett that this would be a really good time for him to jump in to do some Destiny. This is a, he's out in the streets. Let's go, Garrett. Yeah, Dion, tell Garrett that this is a free activity that lets you take on some endgame content, 3-person endgame content, which is pretty exciting. Not bad damage, boys. Not bad damage. Oh, another Xbox game. All right, that's fine. That's fine. I'm trying with him. This would be fun for him to jump into because it gives you kind of a start on some of the what the end game content kind of looks like, which is kind of fun. Oh boy. Oh, there it is. There it is. There's the ad. I was waiting for it. You should consider using some artwork on your stream. All right, square and then triangle. All right, he's doing square. I need this ammo right here. All right, I need to get the buff again. Let's put this down. Dude, am I tripping? Oh, it's right there. No, it's not there. It's up there. No! Garrett, what's up, buddy? No, I'm not interested in artwork. I'm good. I have a degree in Photoshop. I am a Photoshop expert. But I appreciate it though. Thank you. Let's go, boys. I've got dick for ammo right now. Let's go. Let's go. Dion, I'm on Twitch as well. So there's chat coming in on Twitch and on YouTube. So you can go to either. Good job, boys. Good job.
Extrasolar colonies. Ages ago, Saint and I thought we'd leave the city once we'd made it safe. We'd explore the universe. That time never came. A matter of finite seconds lost in the margins then. Now, there's only the want of more. But we learn to make do, young wolf.
All right, good job, boys. Good job.
Edge of defeat into victory.
Yeah, Dion, what dual streaming, multi-talent. Definitely not multi-talent. Just trying to spread my wings and trying to spread my wings, you know? Okay, let's GG's, yeah. GG's, boys. Let's look at put that away. Let's put this away. Put that away. Get rid of this. Let's do the fellas here. Oh fuck, look at that. Look at that. We got a fucking emblem. Okay. 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 Dion, there's people that come into the stream. I've noticed it a lot on Twitch. I don't know if I see it that much on YouTube, but I know they do it on Twitch where people come in and they do a whole bit where they're like, hey, how's it going? This is a great stream. You're a great person. Everything is fantastic. Where are you from? This is the best stream I've ever seen. And they rub up on the balls a little bit. And then at the end they go, so, I mean, you need some artwork for your stream? What can I sell you? And it becomes like there's like a whole bit. So it's so funny because people pop into the stream, especially, like I said, especially on Twitch, and they'll come in and they're just like, oh, hey, da 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 da. And it's, I'm always wary to make conversation and shit with them. So I'm like, what are your true intentions on my stream here? So, yeah. In fact, I need to get better about banning those people just outright. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't it's weird because I don't quite know, like I'm kind of like, I don't know, I mean, I guess that's the day job a little bit, is like, let me go in and let me try to sell shit to people, I guess. Let me look at something. Cool. Dion, how's the audio, by the way?
Everything dies. They've shown.
All right, Emissary speaks to a point somewhere beyond your right shoulder. Burn on forevermore, O quenchless flame. In the shadow cast by your sacrifice, a vast mind has rekindled. Even if it does not know you, I will. So we get a good liminal vigil. We'll take that. And then this is kind of cool. You get to pick an exotic. Hold on here. Respond by talking about their hair needs. I'm just like, so do you have anyone that does your hair? Because if not, yeah, I have the, I was playing a game last night. I had the game audio a little bit louder, but I feel like with this, it gets really hectic when there's the music and the shooting and things. Give me a second, actually. I can probably pull up. Let me see on my end. If I can, trying to see if I can hear the game. All right. I mean, I've got game volume coming through. Maybe you're just hard of hearing. All right, so hierarchy of needs, the navigator, and the Gallahorn catalyst, which I believe.
Be relentless. Your battles paint a portrait.
I believe I have. I believe I have all of those. Let's see. Navigator I have with the caddy. Okay. Hierarchy of needs. I'm gonna sneeze. Dion, I'm just messing. Hierarchy of needs I have with the catalyst, and Gallahorn I should have with the catalyst. Yes, I do. All right. So, I mean, look, good opportunity for people to be able to get a dungeon exotic if they don't have it, both of which are cool exotics, or a catalyst. But like I said, I did see something on Twitter where people were saying that it felt a little underwhelming to be able to get an exotic that way. I guess it's fun if you're not, I mean, look, if you haven't gotten them and you're new, fucking exciting. It's exciting to jump in and get a cool dungeon weapon that you don't have. So I don't know. I mean, kind of a neat thing. I wonder if they've said anything on Twitter about it. I want to check. Because I woke up this morning and Twitter was just ablaze with people talking about, yeah, like this person posted 97% of people in chat today were under the impression that it was one contest dungeon every week. Literally zero reason incentive to time get this for weeks other than to farm player login numbers. I agree. Yeah, this person's like, I can't do Spire. 3 weeks total. This person says, I do not understand how making it a 3 week rotation instead of 1 week rotation helps player pop at all. Yeah. Yeah, this was a fucking miss. Mactic says, I think that something shiny and desirable from 3 years ago is a great reward to offer up to players who have never and otherwise would never run a dungeon in their entire life. I understand the concern a bit, but to me, this is a thing that results in way more positives than negatives. This was in response to someone talking about that you get a guaranteed dungeon exotic for running the dungeon on any difficulty. Which again, I feel like here's the thing, okay? There was an event called Pantheon. I think it was the last winter. It was either last winter. I'd have to look at dates. But anyway, they did an event called Pantheon. And Pantheon was essentially doing all these different encounters from raids. It was like raid boss. So you needed 6 people to do it. And it was exciting because it was sort of this thing of, oh, well, here you get to go in and you get to experience some of the raids, some of the end game content with 6 people. And then each week the difficulty would ramp up and you could then get a raid. You could get raid weapons. You could get adept raid weapons. And then you had a shot at getting exotic raid weapons. So anyway, I thought that was a great opportunity for people to jump in and to sort of get their feet wet on raid mechanics, team up with people, and get some loot. This, on the other hand, which is these dungeons, which is like a 3-player endgame activity, which is great, awesome. I am all for getting new players in because there's a mode on these. And Garrett, this is like more so for you, which I think is rad. I also have a couple buddies that I want to run it with, but there's a mode where you go in and it explains the mechanics of the encounters. So it kind of guides you a little bit, which I think is awesome. I think if you've never done it, great. This is your chance to get in, get your feet wet, and enjoy it. I think for the players who have already done it and ran it and got the weapons, I think the idea of time gating, there's supposed to be 3 dungeons in total. The idea of time gating these other 2 dungeons right here is sort of fucking ridiculous. It doesn't make a ton of sense to me as to why they would do that. But that's just me. Seems like that's kind of what the community is saying as well. It doesn't make a ton of sense. But I'm all for new players being able to have the opportunity to jump in, get some cool gear, get some good guns, and be able to run these end game kind of activities with a kind of a guide or a hand holding mechanic to kind of tell them what to do, how to do it. But like I said, there's really no reason to time gate any of the stuff. Now the question is, at this point, we've been live for just over an hour. Do we want to pop in and try that on the hard difficulty? Do we want to do that? Or do we want to go grocery shopping and knock that out of the way? All right, we're knocking out the Elegant Arsenal quest. So that gives us the other emblem. Yeah, I think that Garrett, I think what they were doing with this activity called Rite of the 9, where they're opening up these dungeons for players. I think that what they're trying to do is get new players in. I agree. I think it's way more for new players. I think it's way more for people to come in for the first time and get their feet wet in these activities, rather than the old school players, because there's not a lot there for like the old school players. There's not a lot there for players that have ran it over and over and over. This is going to go against my better judgment, but I'm going to give this a shot on Ultimatum, on the hard mode, and see if we can get it clear. But I want to pull a couple things, because the shit where you cannot move without taking damage is not great. Dude, I gotta go through these. I gotta go through some of these. This is ridiculous. It's got 1,700 of the same gun in here. What is the roll that we're looking for on the long arm? We're looking for rapid hit and rolling storm. No. Subsistence and rolling storm. It's not bad. And then the grenade launcher, we were looking for auto loading, destabilizing. Do we have? I could have swore that we picked up one of these that had auto loading on it. Check the old tower. Let's check the tower. Garrett, what is the new game that Dion said that you picked up a new game that you're playing with your buddies on Xbox? What is it? Out of curiosity.
Yes. Anything for you?
Dude, am I fucking tripping? What is the role that we're looking for on Liminal Vigil? Headstone and Rhyme Stealer. Right, that's what I thought. Headstone and Rhyme Stealer.
You must have messages.
Lord of the Rings, Mines of Moria. Okay. I'm just kidding. Is it, I'm assuming it's like kind of like a RPG-ish type game?
Rhythmic physical expressions won't win a fight, but they feel good.
Damn, dude, we
Feeling
don't
good is
have
better than not.
any good guns from that. Oh, is this the one that oh, auto loading. Here we go. Auto loading. What did I say? Auto loading and what? Destabilizing? Was that am I making that up? No, I'm not. Auto loading and destabilizing. All right. So auto loading and bait and switch.
Let's check. You must have messages.
Vorpal. Survival game. Okay, cool. Cool. Long arm. Oh god, back itches. The back itches. Okay. The guns are cool looking. But I don't like that I don't have any good fucking rolls of them. I'm also struggling to understand why people would do the harder difficulty when it seems like, I mean, you're getting the drops, you're getting all the, you're getting all the same shit. Interested in Arc release. Arc Raiders? Is that what you're talking about? Arc Raiders?
You're alive, Guardian. Fight like it.
All right, so Yeah, Arc Raiders. Yeah. Yeah, I signed up to do the beta or whatever, the tech test for Arc Raiders. I didn't get it. Hopefully they do another one. I also played Marathon, which is up on my YouTube channel. So my initial thoughts, it's also an extraction shooter from Bungie, the people that make Destiny. That could be good. I'm cautiously optimistic that they figure out a way to deliver that like the right way and do the right stuff with it. I had fun playing with my buddy. I did not enjoy the solo experience in it, but then again, I feel like when you're doing extraction shooter, maybe the solo they're not really going for like the solo experience in it. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Okay, so we could change that to that. We could put that on and then switch to microcosm maybe for damage. All right, let's give it a go here. I think with any live service game, like team-based live service game, I think the problem that they're going to have with them, you know, Arc Raiders, Marathon, is that whatever they come out with as far as a price is that they got to get people to buy in. That's the biggest thing. They got to get people to buy in. And if people aren't getting the game, then it's gonna struggle. And that's the hard part about it. Okay, calling all guardians. Let's do earn title. We want experience requested. We want application required. Yeah, you know, Garrett, I'm baffled sometimes that that they don't go more of a route of like free to play stuff. You know, take the Fortnite approach, stuff like that. I'm also baffled that they don't do like a friend code situation where if you have one person that buys the game for say $40, they give you a code or two codes. So essentially you can kind of iron out your team and those people don't need to buy the game as well. The other thing too is maybe do it where you could have a situation where, I don't know, you know, for a month in a row, every fucking weekend, it's like, you know, basically open. It's just free to play, and then let people come in, play it. And if people are like, dude, this is rad, then they're more inclined to go and spend the $40 or $50 on the game and be able to go in and then play with their buddies, rather than just be like, yeah, it's $40, it's $50, whatever, and good luck. You know, that to me is kind of setting themselves up for failure. But I'm also not a fucking game developer, so I don't, you know, maybe this is not the way, you know. I just think Marathon, for example, I enjoyed what I played. I think the game looked a little, I mean, there's definitely stuff they got to do. They got to do a pass. They got to do a pass over it, and sprinkle all the pretty stuff in and really kind of iron out some shit. But the base, like the core game, I was like, yeah, this could be fun. But again, it's only going to be fun with friends. There's no world where I pick up Marathon for $40 if none of my friends are picking it up. So I don't know. I sort of feel like they need to really kind of work on. Yeah, you guys have said the same thing. Yeah, I think that they need to work on getting people into the games. However they do it. All right, Ultimatum, Spire the Watcher. Let's see how this is going to go. I don't have high hopes for this. I'm not feeling really great about it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Garrett, do you know anyone that was able to do the Arc Raiders, the tech test? I think it was last weekend or the weekend before. Do you know anyone that was able to hop into that? All right, what do we got here? 2036. He is I'm rocking the same shit. I don't know about this Manadoxia. He's a 6. That scares me. He liked it. Okay, cool. Yeah. I definitely want to get into Arc Raiders and play it. I saw some good stuff on it. $2028. I mean, I'm really looking for some fucking higher 6. I mean, holy shit, dude. What is happening here? Is no one doing ultimatum? Is that, I mean, is that what is happening here? Am I being too picky? All right, we'll take him. He's 2035. Same as me. Yeah, it's another one that you need a team. It's a team-based thing. Yeah. Yeah, Marathon and Arc Raiders, I think, kind of coming out around the same time and doing all the same stuff. Crustibat. Definitely need to have a team. Get it out to people. He's a Titan. We've got Inmost and Star Eater. I mean, he's got some drip. Sure. You want to come on? Come on. You're in. You're in, buddy. Okay. We ain't got all day. We ain't got all day. I'm going to be honest. I have not tried the ultimatum situation yet. Wanted Wig is about to get himself kicked if he does not ready up. Come on, buddy. Damn, we got those Trip 2035s right there. Okay. All right. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right, buddy. You are gone. Come on, one more. We just need one more. My thought on this is that maybe there's just not anyone doing the ultimatum mode because there's no reason to. And I'll tell you, I'll know right away. I mean, we're gonna hop in here, and if it's rough, we're not gonna fuck around. I mean, as it is, we can't even get a third person. Biohazard DOA 2038. Let's take a look really quick. I mean, buddy, some of these. All right, you're in. Some of these loadouts. Maybe I'm missing the boat here. Like I don't know what these loadouts are, but it is questionable. Did dude leave? Yeah. got toast. All right, toast, you're in, buddy. You are in. All right, baby, let's go. Let's go. All right, what do we got here? Just had an Arc and Void. Okay. We're going to try. We're going to try. I'm not feeling great about this. Going to be honest. We had a pretty easy clear. Pretty easy clear of the dungeon on what is it? Not Expedition. Eternity mode. This I don't feel as good. I don't feel as good.
An old acquaintance among the hidden tells me that a Seraph complex recently powered on for the first time since the collapse. Shortly thereafter, Vex incursions were reported. Anna flagged the site as a potential pillory bunker. If the Vex gain access to its systems, they'll use it to wrest Rasputin's submine data away from us. It would be catastrophic.
All right, here we go. How bad is this gonna hurt?
We've landed at the source of the complex's arc supply. Centuries in Martian rust have done this place no kindness. Our window of opportunity is short. Arc surges destabilize the complex, and Vex are breaching the command matrix. Go.
I almost literally fell off the cliff right there. All right, we got the team. Everybody's good. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Oh, yeah. He fucking hits hard. He said, no thank you, sir. Little sneaky one behind there. Excuse me. Okay. All right. All right, little bit embarrassing there. Holy shit. Yeah, this is not good. Not good. All right, we got her done. Horrible throw. Horrible throw. Two horrible throws. Okay, we got one. We maybe got one. But I'm seeing a lot of immune, so maybe not. Maybe we didn't. Jesus Christ. All right, first encounter done. First encounter done.
It's unusual to see so divisive Vex outside the Black Garden. They're a fanatical sect of programming devoted
All right,
to the
Terminus
darkness,
Horizon Adept.
or
Not bad.
rather the Witness.
Bro left. Oh, dude. All right, well.
The Ishtar Collective in a Seraph complex. Peculiar. They were rivals in the Golden Age. This wasn't just a pillory site.
I mean,
it was a joint
dude.
research facility focused on extrasolar colonization efforts. The Soul Divisive have been scouring research logs. They were looking for something more than to imprison Rasputin's subminds.
I mean, dude, I'm not gonna do this with just me and the other person here. Do we think he got kicked? Do we think like some fucking shit happened? Or he just left? He just was like, peace. All right, well, the first part's done. First one's done. Out of curiosity. Spire Ascend. Okay. So that first part doesn't even count then. Okay. Do we... I wonder what... I'm curious. I'm curious if people are even doing this. I do want to change a couple things around here. This is, get rid of this. Let's go. I just want to pull a gun real quick. Let's take this. Let's put that on. Do that. We have to do microcosm. Bro, you know what I think it was? Is that I died. I'm thinking he saw that and he was like, oh, bro, this guy sucks. That's my thought process. Is he was like, nah, this ain't gonna work. Not him. Not now.
Tells me that a Seraph complex recently powered on for the first time since the collapse.
Garrett, let me ask you, since you're watching, can you do you feel like it's a good balance between the game audio when we're all shooting and stuff and then my audio as well? I have been struggling a little bit with finding a good balance there. But if you can hear everything and everything sounds good to you, then I'm stoked.
It would be catastrophic.
Catastrophic. All right, we'll try this again, everybody.
You've landed at the source of the complex's arc supply. Centuries in marsh and rust have done this place no kindness.
Yo, if you guys have just popped into the YouTube or the Twitch today and the stream, we are running some Spire of the Watcher for the second week in a row. Appreciate you guys stopping by. And if you guys can, I hate to say it, but I got to do it every time. Leave a like, subscribe, follow, all the stuff, all the streaming stuff. Thanks, Garrett. Thank you, Garrett. Got old Grossman. Grossman 345. All right, everybody ready? Everybody good? I guess we are. I guess we're good. Damn, dude, this. What just happened? I'm over here being fucking lowest common denominator. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, not looking good. I don't have a lot of room to talk because I started the deaths. Question is can I get to the end of this tunnel to shoot the node? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Oh, God. No, 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 no. I do not have a res for that guy. So this is going to probably wipe us in a minute and a half. And to be honest, I'm sort of feeling like I don't really need to do ultimatum difficulty. I am still sort of struggling to understand what the reasoning is behind doing. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. What the reasoning is for doing it on the dude, 23 kills, baby. Let's go. What the reason is for doing it on the hardest difficulty. What are we getting? Other than some triumphs and whatnot. Because to me, you know, the weapons are all the same. We're getting all the same drops. All right, I'm going to get this one more time. And then I'm going to probably go grocery shopping. Everybody good? Everybody ready? They are, they definitely are fucking juicy. Okay, he's gonna do that. Give him a little help here. Dude, what the fuck? Those are probably a little unnecessary there, but you know what I say, better to be safe than sorry. No. There we go. All right, that's it. That's it. Fucking garbage. Garbage. Oh my god, bro. Again. It's I'm all for. Let me just say, I know people are gonna be like, you suck. You're a horrible fucking Destiny player. And that's fine. That's okay. I'm all for hard content. And I'm all for doing the shit that, again, 42 kills, just saying. I'm all for the shit 22 orbs created, no big deal. I'm all for the stuff when it's like, hey, here's some hard shit. Fine. Here's some hard shit that is like gonna be difficult for Josh to play. All right, that's fine. That's okay. I'm all good with that too. What is tough, what I struggle with is I gotta have a reason to do the content. If the drops that I'm getting, if the guns and the things that I'm getting are just the same as all the other shit, and there's really no reason to do it, then why am I doing it? What am I getting out of this? That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I don't need the street cred, Garrett. Okay? Have you seen me? I've got cred. Where the fuck is the other thing? It's gonna come down. It's there. It's gonna come back up. Gonna come over here, hit that. Oh, bro, the plane, the fucking plane. Yeah, I would be happy with that. A higher probability for like solid, like good, like the god roll tier weapons. Yeah, I would be good with that. Bro, you can't res me when the plane is getting ready to shoot. That's not gonna work. We are out of our goodies. Bro, not gonna happen. What if we did this? Here's my thought. What if we did a run? What if we did a run with dudes who have never done it? You know what I'm saying? What if we did like a little the explore mode rather than trying to bust our ass on this? Because this is, we can't even all stay alive. I did finish it. I did finish it. 69. 69 kills. 28 orbs created. Just saying. Just saying, everybody. Still garbage, but just saying. All right, I got to get out of this. This is driving me absolutely insane. Sorry to those guys. Very nice players, but I can't do that over and over and over and over and over again. All right, let's do this. Let's have some fun here. Let's go into that. Let's do Spire of the Watcher. Let's see what this is like. I haven't done explore mode, so I'm actually kind of curious as to what this experience is going to kind of be like.
An old acquaintance among the hidden tells me that a Seraph complex recently powered on for the first time since the collapse. Shortly thereafter, Vex incursions were reported. Anna flagged the site as a potential pillory bunker. If the Vex gain access to its systems, they'll use it to wrest Rasputin's submine data away from us. It would be catastrophic.
Catastrophic. Not loving how he says that. Catastrophic. Catastrophic. Also not loving the fucking getting uncomfortable here, boys. Getting uncomfortable. All right, I'm curious. Who are we running with here?
You've landed at the source of the complex's AUG supply.
Okay.
Centuries in Martian
I mean, they're-
rust have done this place no kindness. Our window of opportunity is short. Arc surges destabilize the complex, and Vex are breaching the command matrix.
I wonder if these are like legitimate players that have never done this before. I have a couple buddies who have never done any dungeons. Oh, buddy, you didn't want the flag, huh? I mean, this is cool. This, like, I mean, for a new player, this is like it shows you the waypoints as to where the things are. There we go. Yeah, I mean, for players who have never done this, this is a big win for Bungie. However, as a whole, the activity, I'm struggling to figure out why people would do this. Returning people who have done this before. I struggle to understand what the thought, why.
Collective in a seraph complex. Peculiar. They were rivals in the Golden Age. This wasn't just a pillory site, it was a joint research facility focused on extrasolar colonization effort.
I wonder if the three of us all had the same idea of like, oh yeah, let's try to like help out players that have never done this, and then ultimately it's just 3 players that have done this before. Hang on, Chiligown. Chiligown. Oh, no, no. Oh, what the fuck happened there? All right, good looking out, buddy. Good looking out. got some secrets right here. Secrets for people who've never done it before.
How salvation understands your collapse. A whirlwind left in the wake of gods. We wade through it still. The sigil on the screen. An old house. An old ideology. A failed tradition swept away in that wake.
I already got that up there before. Got it last week, but I appreciate that guy. Waiting patiently there. I also like the classical music right there. It's nice. Nice touch.
The information stored here, but could it be linked to my visions? Why else would the witness be interested in these files?
I will say that I 150% thought that we were going to be coming in and doing Ghost of the Deep or Prophecy today. I thought Ghost of the Deep. The rumor was that it was going to be Ghost of the Deep. But what that does mean is that unless we're going to go for that ultimatum clear with, like, excuse me, maybe a couple guys on my fire team. Excuse me again. There's really no reason to jump into this. Okay, he's going that way. He's going that way. I will go with this guy. Damn, dude, we are cruising through this. I legitimately thought that this was going to be a run with dudes who maybe have never done this before. But I think that they all had the same idea as me, which is like, oh yeah, let's knock this thing out and try to get some people through it. Bro, I didn't even have a chance to do anything on that level. Sir. Dude, what the fuck is happening outside right now? Trash guy. The old trash guy.
Vex mine remains in this terminal like an open door. It's using the tower's arrays to connect with installations across Seoul. This must be in preparation to imprison the submines. Breaking their connection could end this threat.
Doing a little switcheroo, a little switchy. Oh, hold on, boys. Coming, 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 coming. All right, let's go. So I wonder if this is just going to be open. Looks like it is. Because the other difficulty had the, you had to do it in a specific order. So this just looks like this is just knock them out. You know, again, for someone who has never done endgame stuff in this, this is cool. I know what to do. So for me, I'm, you know, it's, I kind of was like, oh, this will be like a nice thing that I can do with some players that don't know how to do this, but it seems like everybody knows how to do this, so. I'm coming, boys. I'm coming. Damn, dude. Almost one phase. Guess he doesn't do the knockback on the easy mode. That's just gonna let us do that again? Wow. All right.
Now we can... No! They're driving the reactor core to a meltdown. It's going prompt critical. Those power surges were intentional. Get to the reactor, lest we lose everything.
All right. Well, I will say this about Rite of the Nine. This is a huge win for people that have not done dungeons before. Because doing this way, where it kind of holds your hand, is very cool. I would be stoked if I had not ever completed this. However,
Guardian, what we've seen here proves my visions have merit.
I still don't know what
We must
the
secure the
reasoning
complex to convince Ikora.
behind the time gating of the other two dungeons. That to me doesn't make a whole lot of
Much is our
sense.
mission.
I
If
don't
this can
understand
restore her faith in me.
the thought process behind that, nor do I understand the explanation of it. Because to me, when Bungie did their developers sitting on the couch talking about what's coming, I would have to go back and watch it, but I could have sworn that they said, we're going to rotate this every week. Every week there's going to be a different dungeons. There's 3 different dungeons. Yeah, dude, they are quick. That is kind of my thought on this. And again, maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe I need to go back and rewatch, and that's not what they said. But I could have sworn that was kind of the bit. Yeah, just cut my balls off. Cut my fucking balls off right there. Oh my god, again. Again, I did it again. All right, boys, I'm here. I'm here. Don't even worry about it. What I would like to do, I've got 2 buddies who one played some Destiny back in like Forsaken, maybe Witch Queen, but I think he might have stopped at Forsaken. And then I've got one who has never really done any Destiny. And I would love to bring them into this. I would love to do a run of this with them. I think that would be super cool. Do we have everybody? No. Waiting for PW 32,001. Or Garrett, if you want to hop in and do a run, I'm happy to do a run with you as well. All right, give it a old. Good? Good? Okay. Guys, you gotta... Okay, they're waiting. They're waiting. Oh, God, I almost died right there. Time to cook, boys. Time to cook. Close. Yeah, Garrett, I can do Tuesday afternoon. I cannot do Wednesday afternoon because I'm at the salon all day. So, but I am more than happy to do a Tuesday afternoon run with you. Especially too, if you've got another buddy that you want to hop on with for something like this. This is free to all players. So they just got to download and they can get a set of decent of like armor and guns that'll bring them all up to speed. And we would be ready to go. Rip Rarin, ready to go, baby. Dude, these guys are cruising through this. Dude, I didn't even get my super back. There we go. Easy, baby. Easy. Easy.
This was a clever incision by the witness. A multi-front attack. Sabotage us, glean knowledge, and annihilate any trace of advantage. Extra sword.
All right, GG's, boys. Little 23-minute run, not bad. I'm assuming both of those guys did that before.
Once we made it safe.
This is a problem.
Explore the universe. That time never came.
All right, let's head over to the tower real quick, and then I am going to get off for the day. I like to keep things tidy. I like to keep things very tidy right there. Okay, so let's recap really quickly, and then we're going to call it. So Bungie promised, I don't want to say promised. I don't want to say promised. Bungie explained Rite of the Nine a few weeks back. They talked about doing 3 dungeons, having this rotating, this 3 dungeon rotation, and that you were going to be able to go in and you were going to get, you could get adept weapons, you could get like reprised loot from the dungeons, and as well as limited edition, shiny, like hollow foil, they're calling hollow foil weapons, with a new origin trait on it as well. Their explanation, and again, I'd have to go back and watch, but the stuff I've read on Twitter and then as well as just my memory of it, was that they said that it would be a situation where the dungeons would rotate weekly and you would have an opportunity to do the 3 different dungeons, being Spire of the Watcher, Ghost of the Deep, and Prophecy. So I think last week they launched this. They had Spire of the Watcher go live. Everybody's thought process was that this week they were going to hit them with Ghost of the Deep or Prophecy. More than likely, Ghost of the Deep. And it was going to have the 3 modes, essentially the exploration mode, eternity, and ultimatum. Exploration being kind of the hand holding, which we just did just to kind of see what it was like. And then ultimatum being the most difficult. So everyone's thought process was, oh, they're going to come in, they're going to rotate it each week, and you're going to get a chance to go through and, you know, do the dungeons on a weekly basis.
Checking.
My thought was, oh, they will probably actually do it to where Spire's the first week, they add Ghosts in the second week, they add Prophecy in the third week, and as that's there, the other dungeons stay. So then by week 3, this is what I thought, by week 3, you have a shot at, you can pick and choose what dungeons you want to farm. Everyone got on, everyone logged in today after reset, and they found out that it was not that. In fact, it was that Spire of the Watcher was going to be the dungeon for the first 3 weeks, and then you'll get a second dungeon, presumably Ghost of the Deep for the second 3 weeks, and then Prophecy for the third 3 weeks. Again, the consensus and what I feel, this was a big miss, right? You are holding content back from your players. Yeah, I don't really understand the logic behind it, but Bungie does, you know, Bungie makes weird decisions with their stuff. So with their content, with their rollouts. I will say that upon logging in today, there's a quest that if you finish the Spire of the Watcher dungeon on any difficulty, you have a shot at picking an exotic, the Hierarchy of Needs, or the Navigator, which are from Spire and Ghost of the Deep. Those are the exotics, or the Catalyst for Galahorn, because Prophecy does not have an exotic tied to it. So that, good, I guess, you know, for players that have never played, that want to get in, that want to get an exotic weapon, that want to have something cool to be like, oh, I got this weapon. Cool. Awesome. You know, they're older dungeons, it's older content. I think it's a great thing for new players. However, again, I'll say huge loss as far as not being able to have all the content coming out at one time, and or just have it be weekly, you know, having it tied, having your activities time gated to a 3-week thing, I think is a loss. So anyway, those are my thoughts. You know, it sort of leaves everybody saying, why Bungie? Why this? Why now? Why? You know, you want people to come in, you want people to play the activity, you want people to enjoy it. So why time gate and alienate players from doing what they want to come in and do? So anyway, that's all I got. I'm going to go run some errands. I appreciate everyone who stopped by the chat. Dion, Dizzy, Garrett. I think there was a few other people that popped in. If you guys are not already following me on Twitch, please do so. If you guys like and subscribe on YouTube, leave a comment, give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you guys are playing it, if you guys are enjoying it, and more importantly, what you guys thought about the decision to time gate this activity. We might be back on later tonight. If not, we'll definitely be back later in the week, do some more streaming. We'll get back to a few other things. Anyway, I appreciate all of you guys, and as always, peace.